Hey, Sean Malarkey here, and I just wanted to give you a quick tour of the LinkedInfluence members area. So if you go to linkedinfluence.com/member, you'll see the login here. You enter your credentials and hit login, and you're in. So this is the training here. All of these tiles here represent each different module. And just a couple things to point out on the surface. If you see here, by clicking on any of the modules, it'll open up the screen. I'm going to go ahead and just mute it. But this is the module here, or the look of each module inside. On the right side, you're going to see some check marks with different table of contents over here. If you click any of these, it navigates right to that particular section. And one thing I want to point out up here is this little check mark will turn green as you go through each different little chapter of this inside each module. So when you come back, you may look at something like this. You may say, oh, well, what's publications about, or what's projects about? You may click right to that, and it skips right to that point in the video, and you may watch that section and come back. So you may later find that you've skipped a couple of these, and you know exactly what the content you haven't digested yet. So that's that. It's a pretty cool little feature. It gives you an idea. As you can see, you can use these buttons to navigate through each one. There's notes down here you can use to save the notes. And going back to the home page, you'll see that by watching that little bit, this blue dial has moved over here. So the idea was you start on 1.1, and as you go through it, if you log out and you come back, it remembers exactly where you were. You can see earlier I watched this video and this video in this example account, and these are all filled up. So that's just a pretty cool little feature that gives you kind of an overview of what you've covered so far and what you haven't. So we have the accountability program. This is pretty cool. Basically, you enter your info, and we'll match you up with another member who's new to the training and introduce you guys via an email with each other and some kind of basic guidelines to hold each other accountable to go through the training. So resources here, you have transcripts, cliff notes. You just simply click the plus sign or anywhere on that bar. You can download those here. This is a bulk file with all the MP3s and transcripts and cliff notes as well. A lot of different resources that are mentioned within the training are in here. And then if you go over here to the side menu, you can click home to go back to the home. Some of the other options on here are modules if you want to navigate it this way. This is pretty cool on the iPad to do it this way. Transcripts, cliff notes. If you click these, you'll see these are all the different cliff notes. These are great, and if I were you, I would recommend printing these out as you go through the training, because it's really basically notes for the whole thing. So you can print these out and use them to write your own notes. MP3s, if you want to download these, you can download them all up here. You can download them individually. These are great to listen to on the go, or you're working out or whatever. Really good little resource there. So that's basically it in a nutshell. There is some extras here. You can see here, there's also a contact us form. If you need anything from us, you can click here and it'll send us some information. So that is the members area in a nutshell. We spent a lot of time and energy developing it, and this kind of interface and this look that we have here has made a big difference in actual amount of time people spend on the site and going through it. We think it's super simple and easy to use, but ultimately the numbers speak for themselves. We have a lot of activity within these within this members area, so we know that it's being received pretty well and people seem to love it. So we hope you love it, and if you have any questions, shoot us a call. But that's a quick little insight or peek, if you will, to our members area.